Hello everyone and welcome to In the Greenhouse, the relaxing little behind the scenes series, here with Seri as we talk about our community, our series, a little bit about our personal lives, and get to know each other a little bit better. And today, we're going to talk about travel and plants because those are some of my favorite subjects. But to get started, I have kind of kept the game on pause because I was super busy and away for the weekend. And so ooh, look at those guys. I love looking at how much they sell for. Our beautiful blue roses. But I want to see these guys bloom. So we're going to spoil ourselves with an Instagrow vapor bomb. And boop. And then we can watch them. Oh, look at that. Wow, a rose-covered pipe cactus. I definitely want some of those seeds. We're gonna propagate that puppy for sure. Oh, and just look at how beautiful these are. Do we have lots of four petal? Or yep. We have some good supply of the fabled lemon bush. And what is that? It's a little gray beetle. Got it. Okay, so we've got that bug before. I like that we can come over here and try to see what kind of bug it is. And speaking of bug collecting, I am actually really looking forward to starting our Sims 3 series soon. There it is. An uncommon hiding bug. I haven't actually played Sims 3 actively before. It wasn't my jam. Like, it wasn't Sims 2, and I loved Sims 2. So that's why we haven't really dealt with Sims 3, and I've never really played it actively before. So I'm really looking forward to changing that. Let's just sell these guys. I think we're okay without this Viola Maple. Doesn't sell for a very lot, so we'll be okay sending that one out. And I love our pitcher plants. They're just absolutely gorgeous. And let's make them more gorgeous by soaking them up. Ooh, there's another little blue dragonfly. No, I got it, yay! Okay, now it's on its way out. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. There we go. But I am really looking forward to how much fun we're gonna have with Sims 3. And I know it's not some people's game, so I'm not offended if you're not into it. But my gameplay style has changed, I'm really into the sort of little collecting things that I've heard and seen that you can do in the game. I'm really looking forward to collecting all the different gnomes. That's going to be one of my challenges with my family, is that over time we're going to try to get all of the gnomes that are in the game. And I have all of the expansion packs that go with the game now too, thanks to the Steam sales and the Origin sales. So between the two I've got everything covered, which is a little bit ridiculous. I definitely spent a ton of money on it. And I need to justify that expense by going out and actually getting the game played a little bit. So we're going to be doing that soon. Let's see, just a couple more. There you go, little guys. All right, now let's sit in the nursery for a moment and I will answer some of the questions that people have asked. And actually, today's been a really beautiful day. Just to let you guys know, it is a gorgeous Saturday. Lots of beautiful weather here. Green trees and grass everywhere. I can see the mountains. They're covered in their beautiful trees. And they've got tons... How do I explain it? It's just like not a lot is blooming right now, and spring is more when all the flowers come out. But there's just so much sunlight and the sky is so blue. I don't even think there's that many... Like, the clouds that are out are just kind of wispy. And it's just a beautiful day outside, and so it made me think about plants, and I love plants. Really, my mood is always instantly perked up if I can go, yay, my plant is sold! If I can go outside and walk under a tree or walk around the plants for a little while, it makes me really happy. And I take lots of pictures while I do that. And I finally got around to starting to reformat some of my Tumblrs. I really do like Tumblr as a social platform for interacting with people. It's not as easy as just directly messaging me, but it's a fun way to get to know someone better. And I know people really love getting to know the people they like better. I know any of the YouTubers that I follow, I love it if they have Tumblrs and Twitters and Instagrams and Facebooks that they post a little bit more about themselves. Actually, Dodger, I don't really watch any of her stuff, but I follow her social media, which is really kind of funny. Her style isn't really my style for watching, but I love how she shares her world with everyone, and so I want to try doing some of that too. And my Tumblrs are going to do that. And on one of my main Tumblrs, I just post pictures from my hikes, and it's full of plants and animals, snakes, newts, birds, bees, lots and lots of different varieties of plants, the mountains, the beaches, everywhere I visit. pictures from zoos, pictures from aquariums. So I'm gonna have that reformatted and kind of tidied up so you guys can enjoy it soon. Buy my plants, you guys. Buy my plants. Come on. Come on, buy my plants. I love watching these little guys walk around. It makes me want to play virtual villagers. Yeah, we'll definitely try out virtual villagers pretty soon too. But, so on that note of loving plants and loving the outdoors is my first question from Joe. And she asked, if I could remove any animal from existence, which would it be? And that is a very interesting question. Very complicated to answer because I feel that most everything has a very important balance. And that balance can get thrown off. Man, like I would love to say something like rats, because brown rats really destroy a lot of island ecosystems, completely wipe out entire islands of the unique like flightless birds and amazing amphibians that only exist on that location. The book Rat Island is actually a really great thing to read if you are a little bit more into conservation and science and you want to know some more how do I explain it? Like some more details about the nitty-gritty. What do you do when you have an island completely invaded by rats? And the rats eat everything. Rats eat each other. Rats eat all the plant matter. Rats eat trees. Rats eat like grass. Rats eat seeds. Rats eat any kind of animal they can get their teeth on. They will eat everything. They will literally strip an island bare. And brown rats can climb. They can swim. So nothing is safe. They can go through long periods where the populations go low, but all it takes is one pregnant female to restart the entire infestation all over again. So I'm really sad when I read all these reports about, especially like New Zealand, for example. New Zealand, any of you guys from New Zealand know how bad rats are because of how immensely it's affected the native populations of flightless bird. A lot of species were wiped out at the turn of the century as rats and other agricultural pests got introduced. And by pests I include deer and other animals in that. Domestic dogs, domestic cats. They're wonderful animals, even rats in their own way. I've like really known some great rats that were pets in my time too, and they serve important roles. So I don't think I would want to wipe any of them 100% out of existence, but I would love if they were like quarantined to like certain areas and they stopped destroying such unique ecosystems. But that's not the way the world works. The world is messy and organic and alive, and so it's really tragic when you see one beautiful species that spent these tens of thousands of years evolving into that one little niche and it's just gone just like that. To me, that's tragic. There's so much I think we can learn from those unique adaptations and differences. I've always appreciated the differences not only in people but in plants and animals too. Those subtle little things can really open up entire worlds of science, entire mysteries of how life has been. To me, studying the evolutionary track of an animal is a way of studying the history of the world, the pressures and the way the nature and the opportunities unfolded for those ancestors before the current animal, and how it pushed that animal into becoming what they are today. Because it's not always going to be the best trait that wins, it's just the most adaptable. So that's what I love about studying evolutionary history. Yay, our plant sold! Yay, these guys are blooming! Alright, let's get some of you planted. I love the pipe cactus. I mean, look at it. It's a cactus covered with roses. I can't decide if it's a cactus covered with roses actually, or if it's just roses with more thorns than usual. And I love this one. Look at this one. A fragrant maple like this. Oh, it looks like a hibiscus, so we're going to propagate it and keep it going. All right, and we'll get a couple more of these seeds put in. Do we have it? Oh, we have enough money. Look at this. It's like a little beetle. Okay, we're going to buy the little beetle seed. Look at it. It's even got little fuzzy fuzz, like little legs. Amazing. I love it. Alright, and we'll put this one right here. And then we're just gonna have to wait for these guys to hurry up and mature. Should we do it? Well, this guy's ready to sell, so we'll see if we can sell this little one. The flowers are so small because it just bloomed. But we'll see if someone's willing to buy it before I use the Instagrow bomb. But yeah, so I wouldn't really want to wipe any particular animal out of existence that I can think of. Even mosquitoes, which kill so many people and cause a lot of damage and disease. I don't know if I would want to get rid of it. That's kind of indicative to me of the way that nothing is truly good or truly evil. There's degrees and gradients, and it depends on context and so on and so forth. So it's kind of like that with animals too. I can't really think of anything. I don't really hate any particular animal or any particular plant. I think that there's instances where they do damage and there's instances where they don't. So it's like that. But definitely brown rats, get off my islands. Get off my island, stop eating all my precious flightless birds and the unique little snakes that have lived there for forever. And then brown rats can eat everything. Like I said, even each other. So as long as they keep having babies, they can just propagate on this nasty, empty spit of just rock in the middle of the ocean. They can still keep going. It's just ridiculous. But also on a happier note from Joe is another question. If I could have an orchard filled with any type of fruit tree, which would I pick? And that's an awesome question because I've never thought about that before. So what's my favorite fruit tree? I love clementines because they're like oranges but so much easier to peel. And I love cherries, dark cherries, not tart cherries, but dark being cherries. And I had a great uncle in Utah who had a cherry orchard, and it was so much fun to go out. And you know, cherries are so expensive. You go to the grocery store and they want like $12 for a couple handfuls of cherries. And you're like, are you kidding? By the time you get like the cherry flavor in your mouth, you've eaten $12 in cherries. And it was so nice to go to his orchard and walk through it and be able, like, we had a little towel that, I was very young at the time, I must have been only like 10, but we would have like these towels that one of us would carry, and then the other kids or sometimes an adult would come with us, and we'd just pick and pick and pick and pick and pick and pick and pick until the towel was too heavy to carry, go back and sit down on the porch and just eat the seed, like eat the cherries and spit the seeds out right there in the dirt, and you just have this massive pile of cherry seeds, cherry pits. And it was so nice because they were like, yeah, I mean, we've got so many cherries, we don't know what to do with them, so eat as much as you want. So all you can eat cherry buffet is amazing. But the drawback to that is that my boyfriend does not like cherries. So it wouldn't be the best thing to have a dark cherry orchard because only one of us would be enjoying it. So what other fruit would I love to have? Kiwi actually don't grow on trees, I don't think. They're more of a bush plant. I do enjoy kiwi quite a bit. Also known as the Chinese gooseberry. And you can eat the skin. It's actually good if you eat the entire kiwi, like just the whole thing, because the skin is very good for you. It took me a while to get used to that. I was like, no, I'm not eating the skin. But then I started doing it, and you get used to it really fast. And apparently that's where a lot of the nutrients are, is in the skin. So that makes sense to me. What other trees would I want, though? I'm not really, like, I enjoy apples, but it wouldn't make me bound out of bed every morning going, I'm gonna pick fresh apples from my orchard. Cherries would really do that. Can I do like half cherries and half of one of his favorite fruits? So I don't know, I'm gonna have to think about that. I would love the opportunity to settle down somewhere one day where I could actually have an orchard of some kind. I'm so migratory though. I haven't lived in the same place my whole life for longer than 4 or 5 years at most. I've moved every year for the past 5 years. Sometimes huge moves, like from Texas to Missouri or Missouri to North Carolina. So I can't imagine being able to stay in one place long enough to have a proper garden with trees and berry bushes and plants like asparagus that come back year after year. But I hope one day I will. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see how that turns out. But alright guys, I'm going to make sure that this little plant sells and watch our other plants grow, and we'll be back in a little bit with some more of your awesome questions. As always I should say, please feel free to leave any questions, just chat about yourself, chat about your favorite fruit, chat about what animal you would remove if you could pick any to remove from existence. Like I said, I highly recommend Rat Island. It's a really greatly written, fun read. It was really hard for me to read in a few places because my ancestors are from islands, and reading about how the ecosystems are just like wiped out in these unique places because of rats is a little difficult. But it's a very positive ending at the efforts that are being made to conserve the islands, and eradicate rats from some of them and how species have bounded back or how they haven't. So it's very, very interesting of a read, especially as you struggle to figure out who has the right to be on that island. Do you have the right to get rid of the rats or the pigs or the cats or whatever animals are on that island? Where do you draw the line? How do you protect the ecosystem? Should you bother? So it was a really great read for those reasons. Oh yay, and our plants sold. So okay, I'm going to pop back into the greenhouse, tend to our plants, and we'll be back with some more questions shortly. Have a wonderful day, you guys.